Hi, in this session, we'll start writing small script. Okay. So far we've seen only the commandlets, right? We were creating the commandlets and that is running in the console, right? So we'll try to write a small script and we'll discuss execution policy. Okay. Let me open the PowerShell. So let me open the notepad first. Okay. I'll just I'll use a couple of commandlets. Get hyphen host, get hyphen hotfix. Okay, so we'll use these two commandlets and we'll save this file. Save. I'll save it in temp. Okay, the script name just will give something host details or something you can give. That extension of PowerShell should be PS1. Okay, we need to save as name dot ps1, script name dot ps1. You can see here, right? Okay, just save this. Now we'll go to console. Let's go to that path. Okay, so dot slash, then type the name. What is the script name? Something host details, right? Yeah, just type host and press tab. You will be getting that host details. So this is the one way, and just dot is nothing but run space, then type the name. Just type host and again press the tab. Okay, so you can press enter. So one more option is just type PowerShell, then again type the name, just put host, press tab, you'll get host details. Then just enter. You can choose any of the option. Okay, dot slash, then the name, then dot space, provide the name, or type PowerShell, then provide the name. I just entered. Okay, we are getting some error, right? PS1 is not digitally signed. See about execution policies. Okay, so anyway, we'll open that. Get hyphen help about underscore. We'll type execution, then show window. That is showing here, right? PowerShell's execution policy is a safety feature. Okay. So we have different type of execution policies. We have all signed, bypass, default, remotely signed, restricted, undefined, unrestricted. You can see here, right? And see, we have all the details here. So we'll minimize this for now. So where we are, Here, right, we got this error. So just open that again, the help document. Will come little down. See here, we can see what is the current policy. Okay, get execution policy. We'll see that. We'll see what is the current execution policy defined. This is all signed. Okay, all signed means is very secure. Okay, so we'll explain that. Before that, we'll change this all signed, and for changing, we'll use set execution policy. Okay, then we'll type remote signed. We'll discuss that. Okay, just to run the script, we'll change it now. We'll make yes. Now we again will see get execution policy. Now it's remotely signed, right? Let's see whether we can run the script or not. So it is running, right? Now it is running after changing the policy. This is, we just collected few commandlets and saved as .ps1 PowerShell script format and run this. Okay. Just wanted to show you how we can make a script format. Let's clear the screen. Now we'll discuss more on execution policy. Okay. So execution policy is a security feature. We can limit who can run the script. We've seen this all signed, right? Then we have remote signed, bypass, default, restricted, undefined, all those, right? So we'll discuss all signed first. So we are downloading some script or getting some script from the vendors, right? It may be with digitally signed. Digitally signed is nothing but with a certificate. Okay. When we run the script, sometime it will ask us click next to install the certificate. Okay, to make digitally signed. So we have to press yes. That time what it does, it will store the certificate in the certificate store, where we can see the certificate store in the local machine. Just go to run and type cert mgr.msc. So this is the certificate store. You can see personal and trusted certificate, trusted root certificate. Okay, all this. This is the certificate store. And cert mgr we use to manage this. Okay, close this for now. So if it is all signed, the script should be digitally signed. So normally when we are creating this script, we are not making any we are not making it digitally signed, right? So if it is all signed, every script should be digitally signed, then only it works. Okay. Okay, if possible, we'll have one exclusive session for adding the digitally signed certificate for the script which we write. Now we don't go for in-depth. So if the execution policy is all signed, we need to run the script which is digitally signed. So all signed is very secure option. If we modify digitally signed script, it won't work. Okay, it should be as it is, how it was when digital certificate generated. If execution policy is remote signed, okay, we change the execution policy remote signed, right? Our current policy is remote signed. Let's check that. Get execution policy, it's a remote signed. If execution policy is remote signed, downloaded scripts need to be digitally signed, and the local script which we create no need to be digitally signed. That's the reason we run the script which we created, right? The script which we locally created no need to be digitally signed, but which we download and getting from the vendor and all, right, that should be digitally signed. Okay. To overcome digital sign issue, we can run this script using with one commandlet. The commandlet is unblock -file, then we give the script name and run it. Okay, sorry, just unblock -file. Okay, this commandlet we can use to run this script which is digitally not signed when the policy is all signed or remotely signed. Okay, so that is not, but it is not recommended activity. Okay, for safety reasons. Bypass. Then one more policy is bypass, which we already discussed, right? We've seen in that document. Bypass, no restriction at all. This is bypass. So no restriction at all, no warning or prompt. So we have one more, that is restricted. In the restricted, everything, if we provide the restricted, everything will be restricted. Okay. So if you go for some client machine, the default policy will be restricted or in some case all signed. And if you go to the server, the default policy will be remotely signed. You can check that. So we have next undefined. Undefined, right? Nothing is defined, takes default value. We discussed default value, right? For client, it will take restricted or all signed. For server, remotely signed. Okay. So if we provide default, it will take default value. So there is one more, unrestricted. Unrestricted. Unsigned script can run. There is a risk of running malicious script, almost similar to bypass. Okay. So we'll see here, set execution policy. Execution policy. You can just press the tab and see all the policy here. All signed, bypass, default, remote signed, restricted, undefined, unrestricted, all signed. Okay. So based on your requirement, you can change this. So if you want to change the policy in for entire machine, okay, just do it from the registry. You can change it from the registry. If you want to make this execution policy for entire machine, I'll just show you where that path for getting the policy, get item property. If you want to get any uh, registry details, you can use this commandlet get item property and the path hklm. This you know, right? Nothing but local machine. Then software policies, Microsoft, Windows, PowerShell. Okay. If you want to set the policy, again set item property will take the same path. Then we'll give the parameter name. Then execution policy will give the value here. Name is execution policy. The value is whatever you need, you can make here, change here, bypass. Okay. I just don't want to make any changes in my registry. So if you want, you can try this. Okay. And you should be very careful if you are doing this in a production server or something. Okay. So one more option what we have, or if we are not able to change the policy for some reason, use the below option. Okay. I'll just show you that. This work only for the current console. These changes will not be accessed with the new console. Okay. If we close this console, that is done. If we that changes will not be there. I'll show you that. Set execution policy. Execution policy is if you want to bypass something only with this session, just type bypass, then scope, type process here, then force, enter. So now it is changed to bypass. Let's see, get execution policy. Now it is bypass, right? So what we'll do, before it was remotely signed, for temporarily we changed it to bypass and we executed our script. Now we close this. After closing this, we'll see what will be the execution policy. Okay, now get, see, that is not bypass, this is remotely signed, remote signed. Okay, so we'll write one more script. Again, we'll open a notepad. We'll make a new tab. I'll just tell one small use case. Okay, so you want to find the services and the services startup type should be automatic and the status should be stopped. Why we want to find this? So in some if it is service startup type is automatic, when server start or system start, the service should start, right? Okay. If it is a manual, startup type is manual, it's a on demand. Whenever we are starting the related application or something, that time it will call that service, it will start on demand service. If startup type is manual, but automatic always should be in running state. Okay. So to find that if any automatic services is in stop state or not, we need to run one script. Just type, we'll use the GSV, that is a alias for get hyphen service. We'll verify that get hyphen alias definition get hyphen service. Okay, GSV, right? We'll make it short. We'll GSV, then pipe. What we want: status, stopped, and start type automatic. Status equal to stopped and start type equal to automatic. We'll just try this, run this in the console first. We'll see whether it is working or not. So it is working, right? So we'll save this in the script format. We make service status. So already there is a name, auto service status dot ps1. Okay. So we'll run the script. Okay. It is displayed here, right? Okay. That's all in this session. We'll see you in the next session. Thank you.